The World Cup is knocking loudly on the door. Yet there's no denying one uncomfortable truth. Brazil still haven't found their best rhythm. For a team that carries the weight of 5 stars on its chest, that sounds almost unreal. And that's exactly why, when analysts and football experts list the most likely champions, you often hear names like France, Spain, or Argentina, but not the Seleção. Not this time. Not yet. But here's where the story takes a serious turn. Because Brazil are no longer the same Brazil they were a few months ago. Since Carlo Ancelotti stepped in, the atmosphere has changed, the direction has changed, and most importantly, the mindset has changed. The World Cup may be close, but Brazil still have roughly 4.5 months to rebuild, reorganize, and sharpen themselves into a true title contender. And if there's one man in world football capable of turning pressure into trophies, it's the Italian mastermind known as Don Carlo. From the moment Ancelotti took charge, it became clear that this wasn't going to be the usual Brazil project based on big names, social media hype, and superstar worship. This time, it's about structure, fitness, and ruthless performance. Brazil are preparing at the highest possible level before the World Cup, and the Brazilian Football Confederation, the CBF, is doing everything Ancelotti demands. No excuses, no shortcuts. And to make sure the team is tested in the most serious environment possible, Brazil have arranged 2 massive friendly matches in the FIFA March international window against none other than France and Croatia. Yes, the finalists and semi-finalists of recent World Cups, 2 elite teams that know exactly what it takes to go deep into a tournament. These are not random friendlies. These are World Cup level rehearsals. And many believe Brazil's true World Cup potential will start to reveal itself in these 2 battles. The questions are simple but heavy. Can Brazil match France's speed and firepower? Can they handle Croatia's intelligence and midfield control? And most importantly, can they finally look like a team ready to win a 6th World Cup? At this moment, Ancelotti and his staff are still building their ideal squad. The final picture is not fully complete. But even without confirming the strongest 11, Ancelotti has already given the football world a clear hint about his philosophy. His mission Hexa squad will not be based on reputation. It will be based on performance. That is the new rule inside the Brazilian camp. If you perform, you play. If you don't, you sit. It doesn't matter if you're a global star or a popular name. That message alone changes everything. Brazil have always had talent, but sometimes talent alone isn't enough in a World Cup. To win a tournament like this, you need balance, discipline, physical strength, and players who can suffer for the team. That's the kind of Brazil Ancelotti wants to build, and these March matches will be a major checkpoint in that mission. One of the biggest changes under Don Carlo is the intense focus on fitness. In fact, it might be the most important factor deciding who makes the final 26-man World Cup squad. Brazil are not taking any risks this time. Players are being judged not only by skill, but by availability and physical condition. The World Cup is too short, too brutal, and too unforgiving for half-fit footballers. One small injury can destroy the balance of an entire tournament campaign. And while this fitness-first approach is great for the team as a whole, it also creates one huge concern. And that concern has a name: Neymar Jr. There is no debate that Neymar is one of the most gifted footballers Brazil have ever produced. He is Brazil's all-time top scorer, a player who carried the national team through an entire generation. But the last 2 years of his career have been dominated by pain, setbacks, and injury nightmares. It has been almost 2 full years since Neymar last wore the Brazil jersey regularly. The former Barcelona star has been trapped in an endless loop of recovery, relapse, surgery, and rehabilitation. And now, with the World Cup approaching fast, the most emotional question for Brazilian fans is this: will Neymar be ready in time? Or will the World Cup happen without him? Even with all the uncertainty, Neymar hasn't stopped fighting. His World Cup dream is still alive, and his preparation has already begun at full speed. Not long ago, Neymar underwent surgery on his knee meniscus, a serious procedure that proves how intense his situation is. Right now, he is going through rehabilitation, pushing hard every day to regain match fitness. His target is clear: He wants to be 100% fit before the FIFA March window. Because March isn't just another international break for Neymar. It could be the final doorway into the World Cup squad. If he misses March, he may miss everything. That's how tight the timeline is. That's how cruel football can be. Speaking with strong emotion and belief, Neymar recently shared his thoughts about Brazil's progress and his own return. He confidently stated that Brazil are moving in the right direction and that the team management's plan is perfect. According to Neymar, everything is being done correctly, and he truly believes Brazil are heading toward another World Cup trophy. Neymar made it clear that he still has hope, still has fire, and still refuses to give up. He admitted the past months were difficult and painful, but he also said he is now feeling much better and much stronger mentally. And if everything goes well, Neymar believes he could return to wearing his beloved Brazil jersey as early as the March international window. For Brazilian supporters, those words hit deep because Neymar isn't just a player, he is a symbol of an era, a symbol of Brazilian flair. And for Neymar himself, this World Cup could be his last true chance to chase the one trophy that has always escaped him. He has won league titles, individual awards, Champions League glory, and unforgettable moments, but the World Cup remains unfinished business. It is the final chapter missing from his story, and that's why March feels like a deadline, a now or never moment. And it's not only Neymar who understands the importance of March. Brazilian media are also suggesting that Carlo Ancelotti will use the matches against France and Croatia as the key deciding point for his World Cup squad selection. Reports indicate that the Italian coach is expected to start identifying his best and most trusted 26 players from these two games, meaning these friendlies won't be just warm-ups. They could be additions, real tests. One mistake could cost a ticket to the World Cup. One great performance could secure a dream spot. Every player will know, this is not a friendly match. This is a trial by fire. Because when you face France, there is no hiding. When you face Croatia, there is no escaping pressure. These teams expose your weaknesses, they punish your errors, and they force you to play at the highest level. And that's why Ancelotti demanded these opponents. It's the perfect challenge to reveal what Brazil still lack and what Brazil have improved. This is where Brazil can learn how far they are from the top. Or this is where Brazil can shock the world and announce their comeback. And there's another major reason why these matches are being watched so closely. According to reports, the Brazilian Football Confederation will reveal Brazil's official World Cup jersey during these two games. That means March will not only be about football, it will be about identity,